Hey, what's going on, traders? To watch this video here from Monday, June 15th, showing you the SPY daily chart here. We gapped up, but still had a pretty weak day, all things considered. I think the Dow ended up like almost up 500 points, but that's sort of deceiving because when you go to I'll show you SPY intraday, there's the gap up and kind of, tank, little bounce, tank some more, and then ended up with a little bounce into the weekend. So really it was a weak day. For those of you that didn't make it to the chat room, a couple highlights that I got to give. Wayne's been on fire lately, but I think Wayne's just always on fire. No? Are you still on fire if you consistently make great calls, or is it no longer fire, you're just par for the course? But anyway, Wayne called a second mouse right here, through 12 on IMRN. And again, it took about, 10 minutes or less to get to 1560. Love the second mouse play. Had the earlier high above as another catalyst not far away. Great call by Wayne. And then also NETE, N-E-T-E. He called this right here, second mouse through 4, right? Whole number inflection point, high of day just above, and a second mouse play, and you see what it did. The beautiful thing about those entries straight out of our trading course are entries that should work right away, and you notice both of them right after the trigger pretty much took off. And that's, to me, one of the most important things you can do as a day trader is learn those entries that work right away, because nobody likes being, me especially, likes being underwater in a stock for even a second. So anyway, all right, so let's go to the watch. I'll just leave NET up here because we're going to go to the watch list for tomorrow. NET's got to be on watch. Big move, fairly strong close. And after hours, actually, I think this went up over 7. So I think it went out at about $6 in after hours. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but certainly on watch. PRTY, I don't love this idea, but PRTY topped out 204 a few days before that. 230, that can't be right. 205, so kind of over the, so maybe through 2 again on Monday. You've got 1, 2 catalysts kind of right there recently, right? Not my favorite stock though. XSPA gave a nice little late day breakout through the high of day there. Anyway, it's kind of in the middle of its recent range, so I'm not in love with it, but it did have a strong close and what I would call a weak tape on Friday. That you can see right here, that means they just did a reverse split like 1 or 2 sessions ago. So sometimes these things can get moving, and it's a recent high flyer, so it's going to go on watch. APT, I like it over 13 tomorrow if that happens. The high was 1343, and then you have Thursday's high. Nope, I got that wrong again. The high was 1305, and then Thursday's high was 1343. So a couple potential stat catalysts on that one. I don't love the daily chart, but this one and Lake, L-A-K-E, have had big pops lately. Partially on Lake earnings, and then partially on just kind of what you're hearing about a resurgence in COVID-19. So we're going to watch that one. IPWR, a little bit extended from the moving averages, but had this big pop. A second day with a big pop, but gave a lot of it back. But look at it, it's climbing right back up again in a weak tape. So this one's certainly worth watching. DGLY, more incident, another incident this weekend. So this is a police camera play. Certainly, whether that happened or not this weekend, I would still have this on watch because it had such a huge move here and a few days lower on declining volume. So I like it as a bounce play anyway, but that makes me like it, I guess, a little bit more. SWBI, this Smith & Wesson, had it on watch because it's been so strong lately, and kind of after the gap up, kind of an ugly candle, but back down into some support. So this one's still on long watch. I didn't type that right. Come on, Mike. WRTC. Again, with the weekend incident, this could be a big mover. This could certainly be in play on Monday because I don't know how else to describe it. It's probably a terrible way to describe it, but I almost call it a Spider-Man type restraining weapon, right? Literally shoots a big net and wraps around. And I've seen videos. It actually is kind of cool. So this certainly had a big bounce on Friday, and I kind of think Wayne called this one too. Now that I think about it, I probably should have put this on that. Yeah, Wayne called this. Oh, forgive me, Wayne. I forget now. I was dealing with a lot Friday afternoon. I keep thinking, oh, right here. That's right, because I took this. He called a second mouse through 7. By the way, never looked back at 7, did it? And a huge move all the way up to 820. So again, the man's been on fire. Certainly worth watching. It's a lower float stock, and I think we could have a big day in that one again. We'll see, right? WTRH, Waiter Holdings. I'll zoom in a little bit. This one kind of has almost a week-long high right in the same area, right around 244. It seems to have found support here. It's holding the 20-day. So we'll see if that one gets some momentum. It's got kind of daily range issues, so I'm not in love with that. IDEX is kind of on watch because I've been watching it for so many days in a row. I'm just going to keep watching it because it's given no trades. Daily chart-wise, though, it is interesting over 119 or 120-ish on Monday because it's kind of got this big move and it's coiling, and that would kind of be a mini resolution to the upside if it gets there, but we'll see. XRF, couple more here. XRF. Very strong day and a pretty strong close in a week tape. And then we're going to see if there's a follow-through day in that one. And then DYAI is the last one. Big pop, quiet inside day, and another push higher. And still has that, I guess this would have been Wednesday. Still has Wednesday's high above if it can break Friday's high. So this one's pretty interesting to me too. And I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see y'all in chat on Monday morning.